Oh, my heart is racing, you guys. So I hope this is working. Facebook kind of has like, so I'm just going to wait a couple seconds here because it's kind of turning. I just want to make sure that it is live. Just gonna see here. I think so. The clock's ticking, so it looks like it's going live. Hi, everybody. How's it going? So I can't really see the chat too well, and I don't want to be too distracted by it. So towards the end, I'm gonna kind of look through the comments, and I'll try to get back to some questions that maybe you have, or comments that maybe came up while I was doing my little spiel. So, hi everybody. Hi, Catherine, Ashley, Tamulin. Hey guys. Oh man, we're up to 41. That's awesome. So, you guys, I um I just thought that I would come on and talk a little bit about where I was and how much growth I have seen in the last 2.5 years. I can't believe it's been that long. Well, it's not been long, but it feels like just yesterday that I've started this, and things have grown exponentially. Especially in 2020, the growth that we saw was unbelievable. So I just thought I'd hop on and kind of hopefully inspire some of you to give this a go, because sometimes when we start something new, we often need to give it at least a good 6 months before we can see some actual results, and to know if that's something that we want to pursue and keep doing. And that's a little bit about what I'm going to share today, as well as some tips and hopefully some strategies that you guys can put into place to get some results and get a bigger paycheck and make your dreams come true, because that's all we want, right? We want to be happy, we want to feel comfortable with what we're doing. So that's what I'm going to be sharing today. So welcome everybody. I'm Muriel LePage. I am a 3-star director with Top of the Line, and let's get this show on the road. So the reason why you chose to hop on today, it just goes to show that you are all looking to move forward and to see some results. You want something bigger, you want better, you want more, right? That's what we're searching for. It's kind of our life goal, right? We wanna be able to look back and say, wow, yeah, I'm proud of what I've done. I like where I am at. And why wouldn't you, right? Because we all deserve good things, and Tupperware can be the vehicle that drives you to where you want to go and what you want to become. And you know what? Sometimes we don't even know it, but it finds us, kind of like what happened to me. So, I am a mother of 3 boys, ages 10, 7, and 4, and who at the time were 8, 5, and 2. I'm also a wife of 14 years to my high school sweetheart, Francois, and I'm a teacher. 2.5 years ago, in May 2018, my sister held a Facebook party with KCJ McLean, who is now my upline director. And little did I know that that was going to be the beginning of something huge and life changing for me. So I ended up booking a party with KCJ to help my sister get more out of her rewards, just like we hope that a lot of our customers do. And my party was a flop. My parties are always a flop. But, anyways, I ended up signing up because I had a huge wish list, and I wanted to get those wish list items at a discount. So I asked a friend after my party to book a party, and um, my goal was to try to get the mandolin for free, because I think at the time it was like a party perk. Earn that party perk, and I got it. She had a party. I kind of posted about the sales here and there. I messaged a couple people, and I got my mandolin. And then I started reaching levels in the Confident Start program. I was starting to get recognized and congratulated on top of the line. And you guys, like that feeling, it boosted me, right? And I know that most of you feel the same way too. When you see your name in line as a teacher, I often felt run down. I was always 6 feet underwater. I always felt like there was a spark missing, right? I felt like I wasn't made for teaching. I was only teaching because that's what I went to university for 4 years, right? So I didn't want to, risk not putting those 4 years of university to good use, right? So I was teaching because that's what I knew. That's what my education um, had built up to, right? And every year I would ask myself, why am I here? Why am I in this classroom? I love putting it all together. I love being organized, but when I'm teaching and correcting and parent teacher interviews and all that, I just didn't feel right. And I knew inside that I wasn't as happy as I should be. And with Tupperware, getting at something, I felt and I feel right now amazing because of it. This was definitely something that I had been longing for, and I didn't know it. But truly, it just feels impossibly great to be appreciated and to feel accomplished by doing what I do with Tupperware. So this was the beginning of a newfound passion, and I started doing more and more. So it was summertime. I had a couple parties a month. I was dipping my feet in the water. I was trying to reach some goals and entering challenges here and there. I was still quite shy. I'm typically, kind of on the quiet side. I'm not super loud, or I don't like being really the center of attention. So I didn't really understand the value of recruiting, and I definitely wasn't trying to ask anyone to. A little secret, I didn't get my first recruit until about 5 months in. Like some people get, just like one of my past party hosts, 8 recruits in one party, in her first party. I didn't get my first one until 5 months in. And that person came to me, asked me about the membership and what it gave. And I was like, oh, right, I should be talking about this. Anyways, so around that time when I got my first recruit, I went to my first event in Saskatoon. So this October of 2018. So you guys, I was so scared to go alone, but it was honestly a huge, huge turning point for me as I was on my way to promoting to manager because I was doing more parties and I had this recruit, and then I just needed the 2 other recruits to promote to manager. People under me, I should maybe attend an event so that I have a better idea of what this whole Tupperware thing is. And then when I was at the event, seeing all these directors with these black t-shirts and name tags and demoing and presenting recipes, running around, handing out prizes, I was like, wow, I want to be like them. I want to be part of their clan. Like I saw them having so much fun. They were backstage laughing, doing all these things. And I was just like, wow, like that must be such a good feeling. I want to do that. And I remember during this party that Cora Putz had asked a couple Salesforce members to go up in front of the stage. She presented them and they talked about themselves a little bit. And then she asked them one by one, ranging from consultant all the way up to director. She asked them one by one, how much money did you make last month? And I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And all I remember, you guys, I don't remember how much the consultant made, the manager made, the star manager made. But when Jenny Perry, she's a director, when Jenny Perry went and it was her turn to say, and she told us that she made $7,000 just in 1 month, and she had only been a director for a couple of years, I think. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But I was like, wait, what? $7,000 in a month? I've been a teacher for 15 years and I don't make that kind of money. How can I get that? I want that. Like, sign me up. Let's do this. So from then on, well, I was already signed up, but anyways, just a figure of speech. And from then on, I thought to myself, if I want to be a director and make more money, then I have to do as a director would. So if you're feeling the same way and you want that type of money, that type of income to come in, then do as a director would. Look at what directors are doing and posting, and writing about, um, and imitate them, right? So I started listening to more training, and I kept attending the events, and more importantly, I did the challenges that were offered. And one in particular, which gave me a huge boost at the beginning of December 2018, was the challenge in Top of the Line where you had to recruit 10 people in 1 week. And then you would earn $500 Jubilee cash. And I was like, oh man, yeah, going for this. I had just signed up for Jubilee, and I was like, I need that cash so that I can, pay off some of that trip. And you guys, I was the only one who did it. I achieved it. And then my name grew more and more familiar. People started recognizing me, recognizing my efforts, congratulating me. Directors at different events, like I started feeling like I was part of something. And I felt so special and on top of the moon. So I kept going for the big goals. I promoted to star manager at the end of January 2019, and then executive manager at the end of February, so 1 month later. And then I earned a free trip to Hemingway because I worked my butt off for 2 months, January, February, and I earned that trip. I think I had to get, I don't know, $7,600 in personal sales in those 2 months combined, and I think $6,000 in total sales for new team members. They had to be new team members. So I recruited like mad, and I partied like mad for those new team members so that they were activated in the time. They had to get $600 in sales to be active. They weren't active right away like they are now. So you guys, that was like intense, but I did it. And just a select few of us got to go to Hemingway in June, to see the factory and how they make the Tupperware and all that. It was amazing. So I got that free trip to Hemingway, and then when I came back from Hemingway the next following month, end of July, I promoted to director, and that day was so special for me. And that was right before, a couple weeks before, we had our Jubilee event. And then at Jubilee, I got recognized as the 16th top manager in all of North America. And being on that stage in front of thousands of people, this was one of the best days of my life. I felt proud. I had found joy. It was an unbelievable feeling, and I hope that you will all be able to experience Jubilee, and I hope that it comes back. This COVID has to go away. Anyways, so this was the moment, definitely. That trip to Jubilee and being on that stage, that was the moment that I knew that Tupperware was going to be more to me than just a side gig. This was my newfound passion. This was what I wanted to do. And most importantly, you guys, it made me happy. And my husband, every time that I have like a team meeting or a team call or something, he's like, wow, like you have so much joy when you're doing this. Like you're having fun. And I honestly am, you guys. This is fun to me. This is exciting. And I hope that you guys have those feelings too towards this. All right. So after Jubilee, it was the summer, I made the decision to take a year leave off of teaching in the fall of 2019 so that I could concentrate more on Tupperware, being a director, and I would substitute teach part-time. I was nowhere near financially making as much as I was teaching doing Tupperware, but my goal was to surpass that and hopefully come out even by subbing here and there. So this proved, you guys, and we know that Tupperware kind of comes in waves. So this proved to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. And I think the thought of being a director kind of went to my head a little bit when I decided to take that year leave off. And December hit, and I only had one or two parties dated. And my team was fairly small at the time. And I just got by being paid as director. And my paycheck was nowhere near where I needed it to be. And then come January, I only had $750 in my bank account. And that was a huge slap in the face, you guys. I was used to getting a steady income with my teaching, and then I did this, and I was like, what did I do? What am I doing? Something's got to change. I needed to make the change. It starts with me, right? So I went to work. January, I went to work. I knew if I wanted to see change and bigger results, I needed to start with me. I needed to be the hardest worker on my team. I needed to lead by example. So 3 months later, because I worked my butt off, I promoted to star director at the end of April. Then the next month, 2-star director. The month after that, 3-star director. And then a couple months after that, I promoted my fourth Generation 1 director. And we built all the way up to a 12 director team in my downline and over $1.3 million in sales by the end of 2020. What an unbelievably crazy reminding myself, and I keep reminding myself, that I need to be the strongest member on my team, and I need to keep going. Just because I'm a director or just because you have a certain title doesn't mean you stop working. You keep going, all right? You keep pushing, and a little progress each day adds up to big results. So that's why I'm here to encourage you to start with you. What can you do to make sure that your goals are being reached? How much are you willing to work? Success doesn't go to you. It doesn't come for free, right? You go to it. So with that, here are 5 things that you can put into action now. And I guarantee you that you will see results. And just a little side note, everything that I'm going to say from here until the end are obviously ideas and training tips and things like that I've gotten from multiple trainers that I have listened to, that I have watched over the last couple years. So I can't take credit for any of it. Like, honestly, they all come from amazing mentors. And I have a huge list of people that I look up to, and they have taught me everything that I know and everything that I've put into action. So hat off to everybody. You know who you are. You know who I. You guys are numerous, and I love you guys all. Have them, or if you don't use them daily. For instance, when people see how much the pressure cooker saves me time on a busy weekday, like if they're, working parents and they have kids and they have activities, and they see that the pressure cooker saves so much time and it's, hands free, they'll want it. Or how quickly I can whip up a cake in the stack cooker for, a really quick dessert. They're going to want it, right? And to ask yourself this: how many times a week do you share something about your favorite product? Do people know what your favorite product is? And have you hopped on live to showcase it? Lives are so powerful, you guys. I don't know how many times that I've hopped on live and that, right away somebody says, "Ooh, I'm interested in that. Can I get more details?" Showcase it. You guys have to use the products, right? And consistency in sharing will boost your confidence and attract new customers, right? They might pass that word along to their friends, and then, like that train just continues. So it's word of mouth, right? And something important that I think we all should, keep into consideration is, you guys, we don't sell Tupperware. We share our products, right? Because we want people to see the value in them and how it saves us time, waste, money, space, right? So we share, and sharing is caring. Number 2, manage your time. We are not hunters, we're farmers. And by that, I mean we're planting seeds, okay? So every time you're doing a little bit of something, you're planting seeds for your business. So have a set amount of time that you dedicate to your business, okay? So this is a business. If you want it, if what am I trying to say? If it's a business, treat it like a business. If it's a hobby for you, treat it like a hobby. But if you're really wanting to make, some good extra cash and, go on, a really nice trip when we can, then treat it like a business and get to work, right? So set aside an amount of time that you dedicate to Tupperware. And within that amount of time, here's how you kind of break it down. So about 80% of your time should be income producing activities. And 20% of your time should be listening to trainings or, reading a professional development book or something like that. So what are income producing activities? IP, as you might have heard in the past. Or not the past, but in past trainings. For instance, send thank you notes to your customers that have purchased from you. We love getting mail. Mail's awesome when it's something positive and not a bill or, something like that. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Encourage and motivate your team members. And if you don't have team members, encourage others, right? On top of the line and stuff. Send private messages, letting your team members know how close they are to earning the next level in Confident Start, or maybe a $50 personal volume bonus for almost getting to $1,800 in personal sales, or maybe the recruiting challenges that Tupperware offers every month for extra free gifts, or congratulate a team member on a promotion. Right? We love seeing our name in lights. You guys, that's what kept me going, is because I was getting something that I wasn't getting from my day-to-day job, right? So you never know what people are looking for, and maybe seeing their name in lights will spark something in them and they'll find a passion, right? Follow up with your guests in the party, right? So all these little things add up to big results. Either they purchased or they didn't purchase. I want you to message them and you thank them. Thank them for being there. Invite them to your VIP group. That can grow your customer base as well. And if they did order, make sure that you write in your calendar to follow up with them in a couple weeks when they receive their product, right? And invite them to join the top of the line customer groups. We have numerous, you guys, and they can be found in the announcements and in top of the line. There are so many customer groups and people share recipes and how to use the product. That can really be helpful, right? Celebrate everything you can. Confident Start levels achieved, a great first party, a team member's first recruit, promotions, and make posts and brag about things that you've earned and things that you've gotten from working your Tupperware, like surprise packs you've earned for partying and recruiting. You guys, we never know who is watching our posts. Even if they don't like or comment on it, your posts are getting seen, and you never know who will be watching and who it'll touch, right? Number 3. Oh, not 4, 3. Practice the 1-2-1 method. So I don't know if you're familiar with this, but here's a little method, a little strategy that you can probably put into place to help you be a little bit more consistent. So for consultants, this means one party a week, dating your two parties during that party, and identifying one potential new team member at every party that you're doing. So that's the 1-2-1 for consultants. Now, if you're at a manager level, this would mean one new team member per week, two parties per week, and supporting one new team member per week to hold his or her first party. Okay? When you get to a director title, this would mean, and it's not always easy, and trust me, sometimes we reach it and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get more in 1 month, sometimes we don't. So kind of, feel this out and see how it goes for you. I'm not saying it's the end all be all, but it's definitely a start for something. So for directors, one new team member per manager per week, hold at least two parties per week, and promote one new manager per month. And this will help you see extreme growth. And the goal here is to be consistent. You're partying and you're recruiting. Just like we've been promoting lots, let's all be swimmers, right? This is partying, you're partying. If you're just partying, well, it's great. All movement is good movement, but you're going to be going in circles. And then if you're just recruiting, which is also awesome because you're building a team, so you're moving, but you're moving in circles. But if you're one, will give you a path to follow, and it will bring you results. This is a quote: consistency attracts accomplishment, which builds momentum. I'll repeat. Consistency attracts accomplishment, which builds momentum. All right. This brings me to my next point. Number 4, be a leader. If you are working, see that a team is growing, they want to be a part of it, right? Like if you see that your team isn't pushing as hard as somebody else's team, then they kind of feel a bit gypped. So you gotta show that your team is growing and there's potential, and let's do this together, right? You're encouraging and you're motivating. Your goal is to educate and help everyone become self-sufficient. Work with your people, connect with them, offer your support, be inspirational, be available, lead by example, inspire and motivate others. And all of this, you guys, builds trust. And trust me, I've built a lot of friendships over Tupperware just because I was there. I'm there. I'm available to them, right? And every month, try to send a message to all your team members, whether you have 10 or 100, and whether they're actively partying or not. Keep them up to date on the new samples, the new sales brochures, a new catalog that's coming out. We may think that all of our team members see and read everything, but the truth is, they probably don't, or maybe they missed it. Maybe they didn't see the My Week email. Maybe they didn't see the posts on top of the line. And things can be overwhelming. So our job is to inform and to follow up. They are way more personal, and I think that the messages get through easier that way, right? Instead of a big general post. So be present, right? Be there for your team, and try to do this every month. People love winning, and people love reaching a goal or achieving something difficult and then being rewarded for it. Ask them what they are willing to work for. I know when I'm presented with a challenge, like, I go for it. Like, I want to be number one. I have a little competitive side, and yeah, I definitely want to be coming out on top, right? One of the reasons why I continued is because there's always a new challenge with Tupperware. There's always a new reward to earn. Every month, Tupperware throws out new sales challenges, new recruiting challenges. There's always a new goal to work towards. And this makes things exciting. Make your team feel excited. And lastly, number 5, if you choose to go to events or hop on to a team meeting, this will change your mindset. And if your mindset changes, you will start pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Albert Einstein said, "A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for." So go to these meetings, attend those events, either virtually or in person when we can. These create relationships and friendships. Made so many new friends with Tupperware, and this gives me more reason to continue. I have a group of people that hold me accountable for what I do. They give they let me copy them, right? I'm a little copycat. That's all I'm doing. If you're coachable, you can do this. So going to these events will strengthen your confidence, and you will want to share what you have learned after attending them. Guaranteed, you're going to want to talk about it. You're going to feel empowered. So start sharing, start believing. Have faith that you are capable of doing this, and more people will follow your lead. 1, use our products. 2, manage your time. 3, be consistent with the 1-2-1. 4, be a leader. And 5, show up. It all starts with you. I'm so glad that you guys hopped on with me. I hope that you took something away from this. You know what? I feel calm right now. My stomach was in total knots before. I think my face was even red when I started. I was so so nervous. But talking about Tupperware is something that's it it's in my heart. I love doing what I do, and I hope that I've inspired some of you. And just know that whatever you choose to do, um, make it fun, make it exciting. Show other people um, what the opportunity is. Right? There's Tupperware has so much to offer, and there's room for all of us. So make sure that you go out and you share everything that is wonderful with Tupperware. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm just going to kind of check the chat here. I don't know if I can, but I don't know if there's any questions. Um, I know a lot of people are saying, yes, encouragement is so important. You guys, people love teamwork, right? It's for our team members, whether it's a small team, a big team, it doesn't matter. Um, to share, and if you have any questions, here's to you. Cheers to you, and a wonderful 2021 year. I'm excited to see what this can bring to you for this year. All right, take care, you guys. Have a great